Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rafe. I'm going to run down fight predictions for UFC 100 going down in just a matter of hours in Las Vegas. So, without further ado, not much time to waste between now and then. I think I'm going to stick with just the big three. And I'm going to start with the tough enough coaches Dan Henderson v. Michael Bisping. Let's see, we got Michael Bisping 185. Of course, Dan Henderson's fought at 205 as well as 185 and successful at both in Pride organizations. I'm going to go with Michael Bisping on this one and make it a clean sweep for the Ultimate Fighter series or season 9, I believe. Both UK winners in the finale fight night, and tonight I'm going to make it a sweep of British fighters with Michael Bisping. Probably a lot of hit and run, maybe eke out a decision, goes to wrestling. Anything can happen, but I'm going to stick with Michael Bisping on that one. And moving to probably would be the co-main event, or at least a belt, George St. Pierre versus Thiago Alves. Both ton of fights under their belt. George St. Pierre calling this his toughest fight to date, and that could prove to be the case. However, I'm going to stick with GSP in this one. George St. Pierre, to hold his belt and cement his legacy as possibly one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, at least in this era. No doubt about that. And that one, he can go the distance. It could turn into a war. Tricks happen. People get caught. They start wrestling and submission moves. Stuff happens. So anything can happen in that one. But I'm looking for GSP to hold on to the belt and continue his reign as UFC champion. Moving on to the heavyweights, we've got Minnesota's own Brock Lesnar taking on Frank Mir for the second time in just 5 fights or so. Of course, Frank Mir won that first one and holds the interim UFC title, which he beat over Nogueira back in December. I'm going to stick with Brock Lesnar on this one to unify the belts and hold on to his UFC title that he took from Randy Couture. In fact, Randy Couture said in that UFC Top 100 fight countdown, it's been showing nonstop, that taking on Brock Lesnar was just a big guy and tough meat hooks. And, if he can get any of those punches through, I think Frank Mir could have trouble again on the receiving end. But, of course, he took a few before, so anything can happen once again. Beauty about this event is I really don't care. I'm a fight fan. I'm looking for a good event and a lot of good action. UFC 100 come a long ways. That's the big three. Other notables on the card: Stephan Bonner, the American Psycho, to make a return here in 2009. He, of course, has lost to Forrest Griffin, Ultimate Fighter Season 1, and then again. So he's got a couple notable losses, but some good wins too. And definitely a no-holds-barred fighter. So that could be good action. CB Dalloway, Jake O'Brien, Mark Coleman. There's some good guys on this bout. Still looking for a place to see it, so I hope you got your spot, and stay tuned. Have fun out there.